Hey everybody, so Ben with Team Royell here today, and I'm here to answer a question that I'm getting asked a lot from different people. So I thought I would share a little bit of information. So the question is, how are you connecting the DC power connector kit? And so I tried to set my camera up in such a way that it's as close as possible to these. But basically, how are we connecting this for the 450 Medusa 3 gigahertz? So if you've ordered 3 gigahertz or you plan on ordering it, you'll know that basically you have to crimp your own power plug for it. So I'm here today to show you how we are doing it. Not saying this is the right way, not saying I am 100% the most professional installer when it comes to this power cord, but this has worked for us, and so I thought I'd share our technique. So there's 2 ways to do it. Cambium, if you look at their manual, they have a very specific way to do it. They have their own cable. It's a bit expensive, so people are looking for alternatives. But they have their cable. They give you a very detailed description on how to go through the process of stripping the cable back and everything else. However, I'm here to tell you that there's a lot easier ways. So first, the kit itself comes with the black ATX plug. And you know, it'll tell you here what you need. You basically need the little crimper and all that. It comes with 5 of the little metal plugs that go down inside here. You only need 4 of them, so you get an extra just in case, and then this little wrap. So based off of Cambium's cable that they want you to do, that you have these all and you crimp them down, you wrap that wire and all that. Here's what I do. So we order this is just a 18 gauge 4 count wire from our local electrical supply company. It's outdoor rated. It's just got 4 18 gauge wires in there, stranded with, you know, a little drain line there. So pretty straightforward, nothing much to it. It's pretty heavy duty. Again, it's just from our local company. It's 18 AWG 4 CDRS type TCER, 90 degrees Celsius, 600 volt, sun resistant, direct burial. The number on it is E153913. I don't know if that'll help anybody. But anyway, so this is the cable we get for all of our Medusa installations, our 3 gig Medusa installations. So I'll show you. So basically, what I do with this, and apparently I didn't bring my snips in here. I'll just use these. But basically, we still take off about the same amount of, you know, strip back about the same amount that Cambium recommends for this plug. And so what you want to do is you want to strip back just enough that the copper goes up in, and then the black or the shielding, whatever shielding you have, stays back by these 2 little prongs. So I don't know if you can see it in that. Hopefully you can. But you'll see there's 2 little prongs there. And so those are designed to basically, you know, and we just take our crimpers. I'm just going to use my fingernail for right now. To basically pinch these down and hold it in place. So you're probably thinking, well, that's not going to hold it real well. You're right. So we actually pinch in the sides here. But then I also, and this is the trick, if you have soldering gun, I have just this little pin I use, but I have another gun too if you need it to get hotter. A little bit of flux and just a very small bit of solder. And so what I do is I'll get a little drop of solder on my pin, and I'll drop it in there on the copper and make a real solid connection. Now, one trick that you'll want to make sure you pay attention to is make sure that the solder is nice and clean. It seeps down in there. That's what the flux is for, is to get it to seep down in there and get into the wires. But you also want to make sure this back is actually fully crimped down. You don't want to make sure you don't want to make it to where it squishes flat. Because if you squish it flat, then what happens when you go to try to push this in here, it doesn't go in all the way. You can kind of see there that, as I don't have it flat, it won't go in. So the key here is that you make sure that's crimped all the way. You round one side first, and then you round the other side. And that's going to make sure that it actually goes all the way in. And if you know you've done it right, it'll go all the way in and kind of click, and then you won't be able to pull it back out because it's got these little grabs on the sides that will prevent it from pulling back out. So that's method number 1 that we use. So far it's worked great for us. It's not been a problem. Now, you're going to wonder why I didn't start with this. Here's method number 2. go to Monoprice. Monoprice has, for about $1 a piece, a P4 to ATX cable, pre-made. You know, you use these for, you know, building computers, and if you have any computer building experience, you know, these were to power additional devices, ATX devices, in a computer. But you can get these. Now, the one caveat I will say is I believe, oh, these are 18. Yeah, so, or they might be, no, they're 18. So I think they're pretty close to the same size wire, right? So you can literally just cut these, and I'll just do that to show you. So just cut it free, same exact plug, okay, same exact one. Take this and basically just splice it. You butt splice it. So we just use these, you know, standard butt splices. Butt splice them all together, and now you can cut it real short. And butt splice, what we typically do is we'll put a piece of heat shrink across, slide the heat shrink down this wire, splice all these lines together, and then pull the heat shrink up and heat shrink seal it back together, similar to what we do with our fiber, but we'll heat shrink that. And then you're good to go. Plug it in and you're done. So there's two ways. Like I said, if you don't have the solder is obviously my favorite. This is quick and easy, yes, but solder, you're using the original adapter, you're using their plugs that come with it, and you can make a nice clean installation where the cable goes all the way up into the radio. So that's why that's my favorite. If you have some heat shrink and you like this option better, it's quick and easy, by all means, that's another option for you. So hopefully that helps. A little long-winded, but I wanted to share the two options that we've been using. Both work out just fine and power the radios up. We're also using a Meanwell power supply to power it. And if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to us. We'll be happy to hopefully help you out with them. But hopefully this gives you guys that are getting ready to deploy 450M, 3 gigahertz on some good ideas on how to power the thing up. Till next time, thanks for stopping by.